Hi, good day. So today I'm going to show you CEE Travel Systems Consolidator portal called SmartAgent. Currently what you see right now is the login page and everything is web-based. This also means that you can access this using your laptop, tablet, or even your mobile phone. I am going to show you two types of accounts that SmartAgent has. One is the Consolidator Access, and the second one will be the Sub-Agent Access. First, I am going to show you how the Consolidator Access looks like. SmartAgent currently works on a wallet system, which means that if any of the sub-agent wallet doesn't have enough money in it, it means that the sub-agent will not be able to issue any ticket. The boxes that you can see here are actually the wallets that will be managed by the consolidator. So currently you see different boxes, which means that these are the sub-agents that I currently provided access to SmartAgent. First example you have here is sub-agent A. You can see that there is an infinite icon, which means that the credit line for this sub-agent is unlimited. But looking at the other sub-agents here in this example, it comes with a limit. So looking at this one, this sub-agent B has $821,000 US dollar credit line to be used in SmartAgent. Just like any other consolidator portal, the SmartAgent records everything. So all of the transactions made by the sub-agent will be included in the consolidator account. Anything yellow that we see here means a reduction. Any green that you see here means it is a top-up. If you do have a mid-back office system, what SmartAgent does is that it already generates the necessary mirror files every time a ticketing operation is completed within SmartAgent. Also, the same report can be downloaded into an Excel file, and you can use it wherever and however you want to use it. Updating of a sub-agent's wallet transaction is very easy. I can simply put 25,000 USD for this particular sub-agent, and in real time, the user will be able to see the updated balance right away. After the wallet system, I want to show you the service fees. This is going to be the consolidator's ticketing fee. SmartAgent has a lot of criteria that you can use when setting up service fee. You can actually do it for international segments only. You can also do it for domestic, meaning it's Philippines to Philippines, Malaysia to Malaysia. There are also consolidators who actually set up service fees per airline. Lastly, for the service fees, you're actually allowed to set up a service fee per sub-agent. From the name itself, we also have what we call the hidden service fee. So this allows you to input or charge a service fee to your sub-agents without them seeing the actual fee. What happens here is that the hidden service fee is added onto the base fare, which means that the sub-agent that you wish to charge a hidden service fee should not have access to SmartPoint or the terminal. Since SmartAgent has its own robotic ticketing functionality, it is required that you set up the airline commission table. This is not connected into any other travel port solutions. That is why it is very important that you set up each commission rule one by one within SmartAgent. If you do not set up anything, what SmartAgent does is that it pulls the default commission from travel port, which could be higher or lower than your actual airline commission. We also have an option for ticketing. This means that if you do not wish for certain airlines to be ticketed within SmartAgent, we can also have that restricted or forbidden by using the ticketing rules. The sub-agents menu allows you to actually create the sub-agents accounts real time. This means that once you have supplied the necessary information for creating a sub-agent account, they should be able to receive their login and set up their own password. But please do not worry, because they will not be able to issue any tickets since the default amount in the wallet is 0. Creating a sub-agent account is very easy. You just have to provide us the email. The name of the sub-agent, this could be the consultant name or the travel agency itself and the phone number. The email copies that you see here will be copied on all types of email notifications, just like upon creation of a booking, cancellation of a booking, and even during ticketing voiding or refund. In the B2B flight tickets section, this is where you are going to add the booking PCC to be used by that particular sub-agent. If it is your first time setting up a sub-agent, you can simply type in the sub-agent PCC to be used. If it is not yet connected to CEE Service Bureau PCCs, it will let. But if you are able to add this already in the AAT table of the PCC, then it means that you can already add that PCC into the account. There are also two types of settings per PCC. Any booking in this PCC means that all bookings can be viewed by the sub-agent. So as in SmartAgent booking, PCC can be shared by all of your sub-agents. But if in cases where the sub-agent prefers to have its own PCC, that's totally fine. But for easier management on the consolidator side, please do not worry, because even if sub-agents are sharing PCCs, they will not be able to share or view any bookings for as long as these settings are properly updated. Our suggestion is that if you, as a consolidator, would like to see all bookings created by your sub-agent using SmartAgent, then I would suggest this setting to be selected any booking in this PCC. But in cases where the sub-agent just needs to view his or her own bookings, I would suggest that you use only user online bookings according to visibility restrictions. When it comes to setting up a sub-agent, it is very important that you have to set up their ticketing rights. The agent settings that you can see here will be focusing on that. Airline commission block visibility. Do you wish to see or to show your airline commission to your sub-agents? Majority of the consolidators doesn't prefer for them to show or share their airline commission to their sub-agents. If that is your preference, then you have to choose Hide Always. But in cases where you wish to share the commission to your sub-agents in a form of a rebate, you can select Disable field. This means that the sub-agent will be able to see the actual commission percentage but will not be able to edit anything. EMD commission, that majority of the EMDs are on 0% commission, so it's actually okay to skip this one. P&R forms of payment, this is the actual form of payment used for that P&R. This is what you have in the TMU line. This has nothing to do with the e-wallet of SmartAgent. In most cases, as cash is the preferred form of payment of the airlines, there are cases where Singapore Airlines, for example, requires InVIAGT in some markets, so you have to enable invoice in this case. Credit card, yes, we know that some of the carriers allow payments using credit card. So if you are willing to open that to your sub-agents, that's totally fine. Here are the ticketing operations that you need to set up. Are you going to allow void? This is really voiding the ticket within the voiding time limit. If you are worried, actually, if we are still allowing sub-agents to void a ticket outside of the voiding period, definitely no, they will be seeing an error message to say that they are no longer allowed to void that ticket. Hence, a refund should be processed. Few years back, IATA released a memorandum of agreement wherein it requires a threshold already. When it comes to void transactions, we have made sure to align into that new policy of IATA. That's why we have this setting called Restrict Count of Void Operations per period. You can allow X number of voiding per BSPV per month per year. It's totally up to you. So once they have reached their limit, they will not be able to void anymore. Allow creating bookings with low balance. This means that they are able to hold seats already. I strongly suggest that this will be set to yes, because sub-agents can process a deposit to you, later on allow new fare quotation. I would also suggest that this is set to yes, because as you all know, filed fares expire at the strike of midnight. And if there are any urgent ticketing that they need to do wherein they have enough balance, they don't have to call you for assistance to provide them with a new fare. This allows them to cancel an existing expired file fare and then file a guaranteed fare. Allow ticketing. This is the automated ticketing in SmartAgent. Exchange or issue. Once you also have the fund here, you can opt to turn this on for your sub-agents. You just want to remind you that the sub-agents must still be knowledgeable how to read the penalties. This is also not a DM guaranteed. Hence, we are just simplifying the refund mask and the exchange mask compared to what SmartPoint has allowed issue of EMD. This means that are you allowing for them to issue or purchase Ancillaries within SmartAgent. Aside from the main menus that you see on top of your screen, there are also other settings that are available. SmartAgent now has low-cost carrier content sourced out of Travel Fusion, and we also have the NDC content from Travelport already. So in this case, only NDC and LCC bookings are viewable in the Consolidator level. Any regular or EDIFEC PNRs should again be viewed using a sub-agent account. So now that we have everything set up here, we are going to proceed in showing to you the sub-agent account. Like I said earlier, it's really just going to be the same link for both consolidators and sub-agents upon logging in. You are able to see the wallet balance right away. You are seeing two currencies here because there are markets that are dual currency on BSP. But if your market just only use a local currency, definitely you are seeing just one only same as the consolidator transaction. History can also be viewed by the sub-agent. Same if they do have any back-office system. Just like you, we will not be generating any of the mere files, as this is dedicated just for your ticketing PCC. However, they are still able to view a full transactions list, which can be downloadable into an Excel file. You can also see here that there is an agency logo, which can actually be updated, and follow the sub-agent's logo for branding purposes. All you have to do is just go to My Profile and then select the preferred logo of your sub-agent. Same in the My Account section of SmartAgent, you also have here Passengers. This is actually the passenger profile cabinet of SmartAgent, but this is not in any way connected to Travelport. What also happens here is that the sub-agents are actually allowed to save a passenger profile edit, an existing passenger profile, and even delete it if needed. During the booking flow, if a passenger is manually entered by the sub-agent, it is actually going to be automatically saved in the passenger profile cabinet. Aside from the profile and the passengers, there's also an air section here. This actually allows your sub-agent to see or view all bookings that they have created on different statuses. You can also see a search bar. From here, it is very easy for them to search or look for a PNR, and they will be redirected right away to the booking page. It may also happen that a PNR will be created manually in SmartPoint, but then the issue once will still be made within SmartAgent. You just have to provide them. The PNR, put it here and then just click on search and the booking will be automatically imported. So now let's proceed in creating a new booking. So once you click on the new booking, your sub-agents will be able to see the search engine right away. Just like any other online travel agencies, your sub-agents, if they are not familiar with any city codes, with any IATA code, they can actually enter or type in the actual city name. There are also cases where they can type the actual country name, and then they will just choose from the airport or the city codes. From the drop-down, SmartAgent also allows them to search for a one-way trip, a round-trip search, and even for a multi-city search of up to 4 segments. Same with SmartPoint, they are also allowed to book a maximum of 9 passengers per PNR. There are also different passenger type codes that can be used within SmartAgent. It could be labour workers, seamen. It could also be your VFR or the visiting friends and relatives. There's really a lot of passenger type codes that can be used by your sub-agents. Every time a passenger type code is selected, you have to make sure that you have special fares for those PTCs as well. So you can also see that there are saved searches, so for as long as the cache and the history are not cleared, they will still be able to make use of the saved searches. So for this demo, I am just going to choose Manila, and then I am going to use Hong Kong as my destination. Let's look for the best travel date. Let's say I'm traveling on October 15 until October 24, and just for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to use one passenger for this one. So, SmartAgent currently works on a fare shopping logic. So, this is your FS in SmartPoint. So, it means that whatever is made available during fare shopping in SmartPoint, that is also what we are going to return in SmartAgent. So, you can see here a summary of the airlines offering flights or fares for a Manila to Hong Kong flight. Every time that you click on an airline logo, the filters are automatically adjusted as well. Okay, so currently, also, you are able to filter the search results if you only want to see just the direct flights. You can also opt to see just the options that comes with a baggage already. We are also allowing your sub-agents to actually quote a flight or a reservation without a need of creating a PNR. So let's just say I'm going to use Cebu Pacific as my first option. I just have to click on Send by email, and you can see that a tick box has already been activated. My second option could be a Philippine Airlines flight, and then my last option could be a Singapore Airlines flight. So you can see here that I have already a Send Fares to Email section right above the filters of SmartAgent. So I can just simply click on Send, and you can see already the different options that I have added for this particular search. If I mistakenly added anything, I can delete it, and you can see that I am left with just 3 options. Your sub-agents are allowed to enter any remark may be subject to availability, subject to change without prior notice, or no booking has been created. Please confirm by 6:00 p.m. There is also an enterprise section here, which means that the sub-agent can actually input their markup already. Since this is a fare quotation, you can also see that there is an email that has been automatically captured. Here, this is the first option, and if you want to send this right away to the passenger, that's totally fine as well, but we are also allowing them to just simply download the options, and then it can be shared using WhatsApp, a Viber Telegraph, or even attach it to an email. So now looking at the options that we have, like what I have mentioned earlier, we also have LCC content coming from Travel Fusion. So if there is a demand for your market to have low-cost carrier content, you just have to let us know so we can activate these settings for you. Just have to be reminded that every time a low-cost carrier option is ticketed, any post-ticketing concerns or assistance should be directed to the airline website. Let's look for Philippine Airlines. You can see here that this is actually sourced through Travelport, so we are going to publish or show your Consolidator PCC so they would know which type of booking they are actually selecting. If we do have an NDC fare as well, it is going to be properly tagged as NDC. You can also see that in this option, we are already providing you all the information that whenever you look for a flight baggage, not included. Literally, there is no baggage included yet in this fare. But if you do want to see an option with baggage included already, we are also showing that, as you can see in this option for this fare, it already has a 23-kilo baggage included. Also, you can see that the class of service and the booking class is already available. The flight number is there. Terminal information is also included in the search option. There is also an option for you to see the fare rules. This is properly categorized, and as usually passengers and sub-agents, or even you as a consolidator, would always look for category 16 of the fare rules, which talk about penalties. So I have here with me the Manila-Hong Kong leg change fee. Applies $75 is charged for no-show. Any changes penalty is $120 USD, but for you type fares, anytime ticket is non-refundable. So let's just say I'm already okay with this option. You can see that upon clicking on select the branded fares of Travelport for this particular fare is returned right away. So you can easily upsell to your passengers if in any case that they are looking for something that has already packaged with flexible cancellation, policies, etc. So now we are already at the passenger information page, customer section. It's automatically filled out because it has already been saved in the browser. But do note that this is definitely mandatory because this is what we translate into an SSR CTCE, and CTCM on your right is again a review of the itinerary. Let's scroll down. I have here one passenger only for this search, so if you can remember, I showed to you earlier the passenger profile cabinet. So I can simply select from the passengers already saved in my account. But then again, if in case that you have a new passenger, you can type it in all the details, and then it will still be saved in SmartAgent. Review of the baggage information is currently here as well. You can see that it only has hand, carry, or carry on baggage included. Scroll down. We also have a reiteration of the fare rules and then the total amount to be paid by the subagent. A price breakdown is also available. You can see I have here the base fare, the taxes, and the ticketing fee. If you decide not to show the ticketing fee by setting up a hidden service fee, then definitely it is already incorporated in the base fare. Scroll down, let's just say I am ready to issue this ticket. I just have to click on confirm, and during this time a PNR is already being created. We are also going to be redirected right away to the additional services page of SmartAgent. Because good news, we are already allowing additional services to be pre-booked, which means that even before ticketing has happened. Okay, so you can see here that a prepaid package can be booked in SmartAgent already. So you can see that I have here with me the other options available, aside from that equipment, depending on the aircraft, depending on the itinerary. But for this one, you are allowed to book for a golf equipment to be checked in. And the newest addition to our additional services is the preferred seat. Once you click on Choose a Seat, you are able to see the airplane configuration already, so it's a 3x3 aircraft. I can even book for the free seats already if the passenger is actually preferring to look into an exit row seat. We're also returning some disclaimer to say that if they decide not to use it during the flight, everything is non-refundable. Okay, so let's just choose a window seat for me, Manila to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Manila. I'll still choose a window seat after that. I just have to click on Continue and then Continue again. If they don't want to add additional services at this stage, that's totally fine as well. They can still do that after a ticket has been issued, even a day before the flight, subject to the rules and regulations of the airline, up to when they can purchase ancillary. So now we are already at the booking page. You can see that the order number is indicated here. The additional services that we booked earlier is already here. But you can see that it is booked not issued in status I. Also have here with me the booking information or the booking section already. This is your Galileo PNR, this is your airline locator. The segments are actually here already, and we are showing to you the segment status. Passenger information is here as well. You can see that there is an edit button here. Yes, the passenger documentation can be updated here, but it's just going to be added onto the excess SSR docs. So you have to still manually delete the previews, previously entered document information, and then stick to the new one. So in any case that the passport information should be updated, you can do it already in SmartPoint. Scrolling down, I already have here with me my fare code. You can see that it is indeed a guaranteed fare, so from here I can still view the fare rules for this particular booking. And you can see that it's still the same, $100 for we found $75 for no show, any changes or anything, it's actually found here. Okay, so I have here with me also the special services request. It's just the same as the additional services I showed to you upon opening the booking, so you can see that it is already on CD status, but issue once of the ADM is not allowed because there is no electronic ticket history. We're just keeping all the actions done using the History tab, but if you wish to view the actual ticketing deadline set by the airline, we are also pulling the vendor remarks. So in this example, I have until March 13, 6 p.m. Manila time to issue this ticket. So now you can see that the Issue Tickets button is already available. I can simply click on Issue Tickets and we are already doing the TKP for you. So now the PNR has already been ticketed. The booking status has changed to Issued, and you can also see the fare code is now a ticketed file. Fare Electronic Tickets tab is no longer empty. I have here with me my ticket number coupon One status is set to open, coupon status 2 is also set to open, if you are wondering how come there is a 30-kilo baggage here already. But during the selection of the flight, we have actually chosen the no baggage included. It is because the previously selected booking class has already been sold out. So SmartAgent still makes sure that we open or we select this still, the cheapest fare available during the search. But in any cases that this is not your preference, and for any issues, you can reach out to our help desk. So now that I have here a ticketed booking, I can already start sending the electronic ticket copy to my passenger. There is a Send Order to Email button here. You can simply click on Advanced Settings so that you are able to see the enhanced itinerary. So the enhanced itinerary is already including all the information needed for this particular PNR. You can see that the agency information is here, the sub-agent logo is here as well. Passenger name, Galileo record, and the ticket number here would be the itinerary. All the flight segments, you can also see if the flight number is here, booking class of service baggage information, and even the fare basis is already included. But looking at the left side of your screen, you can actually opt to hide the fare basis if you think it is not going to be helpful for your sub-agent or for your passenger. Okay, scrolling down, you can also see that the fare information is also here. But if you do not want to show any of the pricing info, you can simply uncheck anything. Or if you actually want to edit the fare information, maybe increase it into a higher price, or just show the tax information, etc. You can also do that from here. I can actually send the itinerary or the electronic ticket already to my email address or to my passenger's email address. Or maybe I just want to click on Download, and the itinerary or the electronic ticket will be downloaded into a PDF file. Lastly, I want to show you the bookings list earlier. I've showed you already the air access within SmartAgent. So you can see that the status of my booking, the latest one, is issued. I do have here a PNR I created the other day or in February 24, so you can see that it is already a cancelled booking. So just to show you how a cancelled booking looks like, you can see that the order number is still there, the PNR, or the Galileo record is there as well. Even the deleted segments, we keep it in SmartAgent for as long as it has not been archived or whatnot. But as well, in SmartPoint, PNRs can only be kept within 12 or 13 months. Same goes with the history. So please do note that whatever history that you see here, these are just for SmartAgent database only, but still it serves its purpose of showing you the deleted segments, which fare has been booked, how much was it, and some of the history we have stamped into the booking. So that's pretty much it about SmartAgent. That is the end-to-end workflow from the consolidated settings up to the booking flow of the sub-agent. So if you do have any questions, you can actually go to CEE's official website, and you're able to see a lot of our solutions for B2C, B2B, or even for your corporate clients.